Hey everybody, Mikeycat Outdoors here. So what are we doing today? We got a Trailhead's Poltergeist. Woo! Super ultralight hammock. So let's check it out. So I ordered this last summer and they stated a 14-week lead time on their website. It took about 21 weeks for it to actually come in, and it's definitely worth it. So the hammock is made out of cloud 0.71 monofilament material, and it's got a double ripstop grid in it. That's to help maintain the structural rigidity of the material since it's so thin. You can see through this, and it's definitely a different experience. So the straps and everything came in this little bag here, separate from the hammock when I got it, and that was kind of a neat little touch. Because this hammock doesn't have its own little, pocket on it. Basically, everything goes in a bishop bag, and then my suspension that I just got into this bag, and it's just a regular, just a little gritty nylon kind of bag, and it's not that bad. So on the foot end here of the hammock, I got basically this little organizer that I had added on, just clips onto the ridgeline, and that way you can just kind of put a few things in there if you want. As far as the hammock itself, it's got these little hooks for your suspension for your underquilt to ride onto, which is nice, and you just clip your underquilt beaner over your continuous loop here. And then I got a couple of Dutch beaners just to act as like a water break. And I've got on this one, I tried the whoopee sling. They do have a strap option as well. I got the whoopee sling, and then I got the regular straps. And I got a couple of titanium toggles off Dutchware, and basically just tried to do a regular, hitch knot on that. And you got to remember to kind of try to keep the weight of that whoopee sling material onto the knot and not on the toggle. That way, the knot and the strap will take the brunt of the weight. But yeah, you can see just how thin this stuff, this is the 0.6 no-seam, and then this is the hammock itself. And like I said, you can see the grid in there, and it's definitely see-through material, which is kind of wild that you can be laying in that thing and seeing everything around you, which is neat. And one of the other things I got on this too, there's a little ridgeline stuff organizer in here. So if you got little bips and bops, you can just your phone or flashlight, a headlamp, whatever, you could put up in there, and that'll keep most of your stuff. And like I say, I got the little extra stuffy thing here at the end, and that one was a little extra. So the weight of the hammock in its stuff sack is 10.4 ounces or 295 grams. That's pretty light. So made it to the hammock. I've got a LocoLibre Operator Series, which is a 50-degree underquilt and top quilt set made out of down, and they're fairly lightweight in and of themselves, somewhere in the 9 to 10 ounce range for each one. So with the hammock itself being about 8 to 10 ounces, depending with the bishop bag and all that included or not. And then you got your suspension, which is extra, less than 3 pounds for a top quilt, underquilt, and hammock setup, and probably closer to 2.5 pounds if you do the math. But that's a pretty sweet setup for summertime hiking. So with the hammock, underquilt, and top quilt, you're right at around 2 pounds or so for the setup. That's pretty sweet. This is definitely a comfortable setup here. But with the material being as lightweight as it is, you do have to be careful in how you treat it, and make sure you don't have any sharp pointy keys in your pockets or anything that's going to tear it up. If you're a more proficient user and you're careful about what you're doing with it, you can probably have good times using this in the summertime. And 80-90 degree day, you don't need too much to keep you warm at night with this, because it get down to 60 or something at night. 50 degree top quilt and under quilt to keep you proficiently warm, and you just keep your base weight real low. So yeah, with this kind of setup, getting in and out is probably going to be your trickiest part, just to make sure that you aren't putting undue stress on the material itself. And for me, if I can just kind of back up enough and get to where I'm at a good enough height sitting up, then I can just kind of walk out of this, and I don't have to worry about pushing down, stretching the material, or doing some weird roll out of the hammock or something. If you have Crocs or something that you can use at camp, that probably aid in helping you get out of this thing. Right now I just got my socks on the dirt, and it's fine, it's not too bad or muddy out here. But just on your setup, you just have to be a little more conscious with this type of material than with like a 40D or 70D type of material, because this is so light and fragile that you don't really want to mess it up. It's just as simple as that. Just back up, come out. This hammock retails for about $179, I think, on their website, and it's a small 1 to 2 person company, so they're not exactly cranking these things out super fast. But I emailed them, tried to find out what was going on, since I was waiting a while, and they had a big order and stuff before mine, so it took a little while longer to get it. But they said when they were going to put it on the machine, when they were going to sew it up and everything, and they communicated back with me in a timely manner. So just be prepared that with anything that's from a small cottage vendor, you're going to wait a little bit, but it's usually worth the wait. Well, everybody, if you like what you've seen, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, as it helps the channel, and catch you guys again in the outdoors. As always, thanks for watching.